We're several weeks into hunting season. I've been to several different camps, met a lot of new people, and one thing continually is consistent, and this happens all the time when it comes to people going out and hunting and being in a hunting situation and flubbing that moment. The number one thing I see is shooting over the top of the animal. I see it constantly. High hits, either hitting high or shooting right over the top. So here's two things that are huge culprits to shooting high. The first is going to be creeping. So if you draw your bow back and you're hard on your wall, but then you creep forward and you let that arrow go, they usually go high on a creep. And in the target world, target archers actually creep tune their bows. They pull hard on the back wall and then go forward, so they're kind of at the part of the draw cycle right before the bow takes it away, and they'll make shots at the front side of that valley. And they want to know, if I'm creeping, where am I hitting high? And they'll adjust their cam timing so that they minimize that variation in impact. As bow hunters, we're probably not going that deep, and most people don't understand their back wall and their valley enough to kind of put all those things together. And I have a video on knowing your back wall and back wall tension and showing you the importance of doing that and using a method I call checking in on the back wall. So one of the things that I personally always think of is be hard on my wall. Wall pressure, wall pressure, wall pressure. If I have to hold for a long time, I'm not thinking like, where's my shot opportunity? Where's my shot opportunity? I'm actually thinking wall pressure, maintain wall pressure, maintain wall pressure. This is critical because, again, if you creep and hit that trigger, you're going high, and it's a horrible feeling when that happens. The next reason people are high is because a lot of people draw high and they come down on the target, and if you have any type of target panic or any type of anxiety or buck fever, most of the time, as soon as someone that's fighting that, as soon as that pin comes down and gets to hair, they're letting that go. They're not going down and settling, picking a spot and aiming and trying to pull through. They just see hair, hit the trigger. If you do that, you understanding that and admitting that is going to be critical to helping you overcome it. Okay, so what I do and what I've always done is I come up from underneath the target. And the reason I do that is because if I'm going to miss anywhere on an animal, I would prefer to be in the bottom part of the cavity versus anywhere in that top part, because that top part, you've got back strap, you've got a small spine that could be lethal, then you have the void, then you have top of lungs getting down into the heart and the rest of the vitals. So by coming up and getting in the habit of coming up, one, you now have that corner, the corner pocket between the back of the leg and the bottom of the cavity. So I'm bringing my pin up to that corner, and then I'm coming up to the elevation that I want. If you hit the trigger off too soon, at least you're practically on the heart, and if the animal has any reaction to the string, you've got a perfect shot. If you made that same mistake coming down, you're through back straps or through the void, and that's a lost animal. So 2 ways to prevent shooting high, which is the number one miss I see. Get in the habit of being hard on your back wall and mentally telling yourself, solid on the wall, don't creep. hard on the wall, and then come up from that corner pocket. Right here, I'm gonna now go under, coming up, hard on the wall, pulling through. That's how you make a perfect shot and avoid that fatal error of missing them high.